Hello everyone, Thomasviews here, and we're here for another episode. And today I'm just going to be basically talking about how we can actually plan for some of our goals and to follow some of our dreams. We actually have a lot of dreams that we want to pursue before we die or something like that. And there's so many goals that we have in our head, but in reality we actually have to take the first step and actually act upon it. We can write lists down and have thoughts and everything, but until we actually do something about it, those dreams are going to be as far away as possible that we'll never reach in our lifetime. So when you guys are thinking about ideas and some plans and everything, make sure that you start doing something, however your dream is, however your goal is. And I hope you guys have a pen and paper handy with you on this one. I'm kind of, like I said, these videos are going to be a little bit different of what I normally do. I guess this is more on teaching. So definitely, if you see some of these videos in the future, grab some paper and pen and just kind of jot some ideas down as I'm talking through the video. But as I was saying, basically, we need to make sure we're acting upon some of our goals. We need to make sure that we're living our life to the fullest, and also that we can talk what we're trying to do, but we do need to make sure that we are acting upon it. And you'd be surprised once you start acting upon your goals and dreams and getting in from that A to Z level. It's basically, when you get moving, you'd be surprised. You take one little step, and if it's like writing, learning about things, for an example, I love to write. So my passion is to learn. I listen to a lot of poetry, on some videos. I read a lot of books and stuff like that. And just when I'm sitting there, I'm always prepared. I always have in my car with me, a notebook and anything. So that way, if I have some ideas, I jot it down. And I might not use them, but eventually it'll all piece together to where I can actually do something, and then I start doing it and going with it, and then before long, I'm looking down and I have an awesome, amazing poem that I've just written, but it takes me to do that for it to happen. I can always say, I would love to write, I would love to do this, but as long as it's just written down on paper or in my head, it will never happen until I physically start doing something. So that's kind of one thing I really want to point out to you guys, is if you have some dreams and goals, don't get frustrated to the point where you feel like you'll never be able to do it. One good example that I was kind of reading is there was a person that was playing a violin and it was so beautiful, and the comment was made by the person listening to was, I would just give my entire life to be able to play like that. And the violinist kind of, smartly said, I did. And meaning is, every breath that he took, he was learning how to play the violin. He just didn't wake up one morning and became that perfect violinist. He had to practice, he had to spend hours, sacrifices, and everything like that. So just kind of keep an idea of nothing is just going to be handed to you on a plate. You have to go for it. You've got to work for it and do what you got to do to make those dreams come to a reality, because anybody can do anything. So don't limit yourself. I've said that in the past in my videos, is never limit yourself, because anything that somebody can do, you can do. It just takes practice. You might need to study a little bit harder than a normal, somebody can pick things up and be like, bam, they get it. You might have to study it extra longer, but you can get to that level where they're at. So I'm going to end this at some questions. So this is where the paper will become in handy. Some questions to ask yourself when you're planning for your goals or anything that you want to go for. And basically you need to ask, there are seven questions. The first question is, where am I now? And this is basically taking yourself of what you're doing, your priorities in life, anything, if work, your hours, basically time management. And I've kind of talked about that as well in some of my other videos. But definitely planning out your day of where you're sitting at this point. Number 2, where do I want to be? And this is where your goals are actually going to come into play. Basically, and don't limit yourself. However you want to be, write it down. If this is, if you want to be the President of the United States, then that's your goal. Now we just got to figure out how we can get you to that level. 3, what do I need to do to get from here to there? And that is basically to get from A to Z. We know what A is, we know what Z is. We just got to figure out how to get you to that point and what steps. 4, why do I want to get there versus somewhere else? So basically, you have your goal set in mind, and why is it that you want to do that instead of something else? So make sure you clarify exactly what your goals are, because we have so many things, and some are kind of foggy and hazy, and then we got some that are really on target. Those are the ones you really want to go for. And when I say there versus somewhere else, there meaning any goal or objective. Number 5, what is my motivation to get there? Example, who do I want to prove this to and why? Number 6, what must I be willing to give up to get there? Basically meaning what sacrifices are required. And by doing your goals, and that's where you're going to plan your day, because there's some things that, some of your free time, you might have to make some sacrifices to achieve the goals. Like I said, playing a violin, or I'll give that an example as I was talking before, you're going to be spending a lot more hours filling your day practicing to play the way you want to play. So by doing that, you're going to actually have to focus on your time management and subtracting some hours from your day to achieve your goal. And you don't want to take away from rest and anything, because that's where you gain, your sleep, your mind rests a little bit to where you can function the next day. So you don't want to sacrifice that. So you just want to limit yourself. So like, for example, if you like to go clubbing, I'll use that as an example. Well, you might have to sacrifice that and not go and spend that time doing what you want to do to get to your dream or your level. And I'm not saying don't have any fun, but there are a lot of sacrifices you do have to make, to be able to get to the point where you want to be. And there's a lot of people who have done it and have exceeded. And when you talk to those people, they will tell you, they weren't, they didn't have time to go hang out with their friends, and they didn't have time to go do certain things as they wanted to, but that's where they got to the point where they are now. So those are the sacrifices. And last and not least, number 7, am I prepared to make the commitment and endure the sacrifices? We can actually we know what sacrifices we actually have to make, but the question is, can we do those and actually make the sacrifices? And I just kind of want to chat with you guys. I'm going to do more videos like this, and I hope you like them. Definitely comment to them. I want to be able to teach you guys of how to succeed in life. I feel like I've succeeded in my life. I've been through some very rough patches in my life, and I've kind of turned them around. And just by looking at myself 10 years ago, I would not even imagine half the things that I do now would be a possibility. And when we limit ourselves, that's where you get depressed, and basically you just don't enjoy living as much, because you just feel like any goal that you have, you're just never going to succeed in it. So I encourage you guys to plant the goals in your head, strive for what you're doing, and that's kind of why I'm doing these little series and episodes, is to help you guys motivate yourself and get you where you want to be. We all have desires, we all have dreams, and the good thing about it is we all can get there. For some, it might take a little bit longer, some more sacrifices that you actually have to make, but in the end, you can achieve those goals, and I'm going to be here to help you guys do it. So definitely comment down or send me a video. I love listening to you guys. Or if you like to post a video replying to this and go on YouTube, I say go for it. But thank you guys for listening, and I hope you enjoy your day. If you guys are listening to this on YouTube, definitely check out my website. It's called www www.thomasviews.com, and I'll definitely post a link down below. And it's basically just people helping people, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to help you guys, and I want you guys and encourage you guys to help others that are on the site as well, because there's so many people that have questions and that are going through some emotional issues right now, and all they want is somebody to listen. And you might have said it to somebody and figure out, well, I can't help them. You'd be surprised. I mean, you could say a whole paragraph of words, and one little sentence will stick to them, and that will actually inspire them to put them in a new direction. So don't feel that, you know, maybe somebody has said something, because honestly, if we all thought that, nobody would say anything. So I encourage you guys to voice your opinion, and I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy your day and have an awesome weekend. Take care. Love you guys. Peace out. Bye.